I think we're doing LCRA Revitalization Corp 2 next. And so at this time, I'll call that meeting to order for its regularly scheduled meeting held on June 25, 2024 via Zoom. May I have a roll call, please?
Director Koenig.
Present.
Director Spencer.
Present again.
Director Jones, not present. Director Anderson, not present. And Director McBride.
Present.
You have a quorum with 3 present and 2 absent.
Thank you. At this time, we'll take up approval of minutes from a meeting held on November 15, 2022. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved, Spencer.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. May we have a roll call vote, please?
Director Koenig.
Aye.
Director Spencer.
Aye.
And Director McBride.
Aye.
Motion passes with all voting yes.
Thank you. And now we'll take up Resolution 24, LCRA LCRA, whatever it is.
It's your call. You made that decision, man.
No, my decision was to have an exclamation mark.
That's true.
We all recall that. And in fact, if there's another one of these formed without an exclamation mark, I refuse to be part of it. So, ending in 2-18, election of officers.
I guess yes, I think I've been making these. So the resolution before you presents the existing slate of officers for your consideration. As we are having our annual meeting at this time, and so you are welcome to accept the existing slate or propose alternative candidates. The slate as presented is also, I'll know, been the slate that has been in place for the last couple of years.
Very good. Any discussion on the slate as presented in this resolution? Or any proposed modifications, changes, etc. If there are none, then I'd entertain a motion to approve Resolution 24, LCRA RC2-18.
So moved.
I second.
Been probably moved and seconded. May we have a roll call vote, please?
Director Koenig.
Aye.
Director Spencer.
Aye.
And Director McBride.
Aye.
Motion passes with all voting yes.
Thank you. And now we'll take up Resolution 24, LCRA RC2-19, assumption of the Missouri Department of Economic Development Community Revitalization Grant. David.
Sure. So I will kick it off, and Lance Knuckles is also here and will be, I'm sure, able to provide further background and answer questions as well. The resolution before you authorizes the acceptance of the assignment and taking on the role of grant recipient of a grant that had been awarded previously to support the Preservation Square projects phase 4. I think, Sarah, were you going to share a map, or is that not happening? I guess that's not happening. So the Preservation Square project in the near north side along Cass Avenue has been going through a renovation and rebuilding process for quite a few years. Among other things, the board that is currently meeting, that you are all participating in, was created to support that project some years ago and taking on various roles. The current role that it has been asked to take on is to take over a federal relief funded through the state of Missouri grant to move forward on the demolition process for the last I believe, phase, or maybe next to last phase of the Preservation Square project. So LCRA RC2 would accept its, if you approve this resolution, would accept its role and work with the Department of Economic Development to take over that grant and carry out what it directs, which is to acquire a entity to do the actual demolition work and site improvement early stages of this phase 4. I'll note that this is a component of a much larger financing package for this phase 4 that includes a number of other public agencies located, among other places, on our floor, including the Affordable Housing Commission and the Community Development Administration. The Community Development Administration is actually routing funds through SLDC to support this project. So those of you who are on the SLDC board may have seen some items go through related to this project as well. As you can see by the resolution, there's some background regarding the actual results of this project, which will result in the creation of additional affordable housing units at varying levels of the area of median income to further our overall SLDC policies under the Economic Justice Action Plan to do such activities. So what again is before you is taking on that role of being the grant recipient and moving forward in our discussions with the Department of Economic Development to reach the stage where we can actually sign an agreement and move forward with those funds. Ultimately, we would be bringing back a resolution to you with the selected project company to carry out the duties, because obviously the SLDC staff itself is not in a position to do the work, but would have the oversight role under that grant agreement. And I will stop talking and see if Lance wants to add more, or if you'd rather just wait and answer questions as they arise.
Yeah, I think David did commissioners, thank you for the opportunity to be present. I think David did a phenomenal job describing the situation defined by this resolution, but I'm here to support and answer any questions you all might have in order for us to execute effectively and efficiently in this regard.
Very good. Any questions for Lance or David on this resolution?
This is one of the most complicated deals I've ever been in front of, and we've been getting updates. I was just noticed I've been on for 5 years. I think that one of the early ones was related to one of the phases at Preservation Square. And Lance, it seems like you get all the easy ones. But can you maybe give us an update on what's happening now? And I know we are leasing the ground to Preservation Square, so it does make sense, this grant, if it has to do with any work on the site, then, that we would be managing it. But that's one more thing for us to have to sort through. So maybe a little background on where they are and how things are progressing, and extended thoughts on this opportunity.
That's a great question, Commissioner Spencer. So at this moment in time, we have been actively engaged with McCormick Barron Salazar in the phase 4 process of development within Preservation Square. The reason why this came in such a way for SLDC, more specifically LCRA, to step in is that the funding request to DED having some misalignment in the application that was submitted by Urban Strategies on behalf of McCormick Barron Salazar. There was an interpretation that partnership was not in alignment with the application process with DED. However, the relationship with McCormick Barron Salazar and this project, there is a commitment from DED to attempt to move the work forward. and therefore LCRA as a landowner slash leaseor was considered as a viable pathway forward. The other piece I would like to just let you all know that in this moment in time, SLDC, CDA, and the Affordable Housing Commission are all working towards bringing American Rescue Plan Act dollars and or other federal funds to fund either Preservation Phase 3 or Preservation Phase 4 in this process. And so we have been walking alongside Preservation Phase 4 for quite some time, where we have allocated I believe $700,000 in the 30% AMI rental housing production ARPA program that is being led and managed by myself and my team here at SODC to implement those dollars. And so the project itself, we're very well aware of how it's moving forward, and things are moving forward well.
I'm having problems with my speaker. I need to log out and log back in real quick.
Okay. I'll just yield until Commissioner McBride is back in. Sorry.
Or anything. I kept going in and out. Are we ready are we done with the presentation on this resolution?
Yes, Lance, I think just stepped out for a second.
Are we done with the presentation of this resolution?
I believe so.
You want me to go get him?
I'm not sure why he stepped out.
Okay.
I'm thinking, I don't know.
His phone is still here.
His-
Well, at least,
He's on the phone.
he's got
He's on
two.
the
He's
phone.
on the phone.
So
He's got two phones. He's
Yes, he
important.
does. Of course he does.
he
Very
said
good.
yes.
Are there any other questions on this resolution from the commissioners? Hearing none, then I'd entertain a motion to approve Resolution 24 LCRA RC 2-19.
So moved.
That was boss man.
I second.
You were the one out the-
Properly moved and seconded, and may we have a roll call vote, please?
Commissioner Koenig,
Aye.
Commissioner Spencer, or Director Spencer, I'm sorry,
Aye.
and Director McBride.
Aye.
Motion passes with all voting yes.
Very good. Thank you. And Lance, I apologize. I was having computer issues, so I had to jump out and jump back on to reset everything. So
Okay, Commissioner. I was gonna take that personal like you.
I was hoping you weren't. I was hoping you weren't.
I'm totally kidding, Commissioner.
All right. All right. Is there anything else in open agenda on the LCRA Revitalization Corporation 2?
There is not.
Okay, then at this time, I entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. We are adjourned.